North Korea is unlikely to completely abandon its nuclear weapons program, a top U.S. intelligence official said on Tuesday as the two countries plan to hold a second summit in late February to discuss the denuclearization of Pyongyang. We currently assess that North Korea will seek to retain its WMD capabilities and is unlikely to completely give up its nuclear weapons and production capabilities because its leaders ultimately view nuclear weapons as critical to regime survival, Dan Coats, the director of national intelligence, told a Senate hearing, referring to weapons of mass destruction. Coats did note that North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has expressed support for ridding the Korean peninsula of nuclear weapons and over the past year has not test-fired a nuclear-capable missile or conducted a nuclear test. The Worldwide Threat Assessment report on which Coats based his testimony said U.S. intelligence continues to observe activity inconsistent with full nuclear disarmament by the North. In addition, North Korea has for years underscored its commitment to nuclear arms, including through an order in 2018 to mass-produce weapons and an earlier law and constitutional change, affirming the country's nuclear status, it said. Secret North Korean missile base Sinari found, and there could be 19 more, say researchers. The report said Kim supported his June 2018 Singapore summit with Trump for complete denuclearization of the Korean peninsula, is a formulation linked to an end to American military deployments and exercises involving nuclear weapons. Trump asserted after the Singapore summit that North Korea no longer poses a nuclear threat. However, Coats and other intelligence officials made clear they see it differently. The capabilities and threat that existed a year ago are still there, said Lieutenant General Robert Ashley, the director of the Defense Intelligence Agency. Plans for a follow-up Trump-Kim summit are in the works, but no agenda, venue or date has been announced. Meanwhile, U.S. officials have revealed Russia made a secret proposal to North Korea last year aimed at resolving deadlocked negotiations with the Trump administration over its nuclear weapons program. In exchange for dismantling its nuclear weapons and ballistic missiles, Moscow offered the country a nuclear power plant. The Russian offer, which intelligence officials became aware of in late 2018, marks a new attempt by Moscow to intervene in the high-stakes nuclear talks as it reasserts itself into a string of geopolitical flashpoints from the Middle East to South Asia to Latin America. Its latest bid is expected to unsettle Chinese and U.S. officials wary of granting Moscow an economic foothold on the Korean peninsula. As a part of the deal, the Russian government would operate the plant and transfer all byproducts and waste back to Russia, reducing the risk that North Korea uses the power plant to build nuclear weapons while providing the impoverished country a new energy source. The Russians are very opportunistic when it comes to North Korea, and this is not the first time they've pursued an energy stake in Korea, said Victor Chow, a former White House staff member who the Trump administration considered nominating last year to serve as U.S. ambassador to South Korea. Previous administrations have not welcomed these Russian overtures, but with Trump, you never know because he doesn't adhere to traditional thinking. Moscow has a long-time interest in creating an energy link between Siberia and East Asia, as well as being viewed as a problem solver for geopolitical crises. They want to be a player on the peninsula for economic and security reasons, said Ken Gause, director of the Adversary Analytics Program at CNA, a defense think tank. They have aspirations to build a gas pipeline that extends through North Korea all the way down to South Korea, for example. They share a border with North Korea and want a say in how security in Northeast Asia evolves. Additional reporting by Kyoto and The Washington Post.